ਸਤਨਾਮ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀਓ। ਧਨਾਸਰੀ ਮਹੱਲਾ ਚੌਥਾ। ਮੇਰੇ ਸ਼ਾਹਾ ਮੈਂ ਹਰ ਦਰਸ਼ਨ ਸੁਖ ਹੋਏ। ਹਮਰੀ ਬੇਦਨ ਤੂੰ ਜਾਨਤਾ ਸ਼ਾਹਾ, ਅਵਰ ਕਿਆ ਜਾਣੈ ਕੋਏ ਰਹਾਉ। ਮੇਰੇ ਸ਼ਾਹਾ ਮੈਂ ਹਰ ਦਰਸ਼ਨ ਸੁਖ ਹੋਏ। ਹਮਰੀ ਬੇਦਨ ਤੂੰ ਜਾਨਤਾ ਸ਼ਾਹਾ, ਅਵਰ ਕਿਆ ਜਾਣੈ ਕੋਏ ਰਹਾਉ। ਸਾਚਾ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਸੱਚ ਤੂੰ ਮੇਰੇ ਸ਼ਾਹਾ, ਤੇਰਾ ਕੀਆ ਸੱਚ ਸਭ ਹੋਏ। ਝੂਠਾ ਕਿਸ ਕੋ ਆਖੀਐ ਸ਼ਾਹਾ, ਦੂਜਾ ਨਾਹੀ ਕੋਏ। ਸਭਨਾ ਵਿੱਚ ਤੂੰ ਵਰਤਦਾ ਸ਼ਾਹਾ, ਸਭ ਤੁਝੇ ਧਿਆਵੈ ਦਿਨ ਰਾਤ। ਸਭ ਤੁਝ ਹੀ ਥਾਵੋ ਮੰਗਦੇ ਮੇਰੇ ਸ਼ਾਹਾ, ਤੂੰ ਸਭਨਾ ਕਰਹਿ ਇਕ ਦਾਤ। ਸਭ ਕੋ ਤੁਝ ਹੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੈ ਮੇਰੇ ਸ਼ਾਹਾ, ਤੁਝ ਤੇ ਬਾਹਰ ਕੋਈ ਨਾਹੀਂ। ਸਭ ਜੀ ਤੇਰੇ ਤੂੰ ਸਭ ਸਦਾ ਮੇਰੇ ਸ਼ਾਹਾ, ਸਭ ਤੁਝ ਹੀ ਮਾਹੇ ਸਮਾਹੇ। ਸਭਨਾ ਕੀ ਤੂੰ ਆਸ ਹੈ ਮੇਰੇ ਪਿਆਰੇ, ਸਭ ਤੁਝ ਹੈ ਧਿਆਵ ਹੈ ਮੇਰੇ ਸ਼ਾਹ। ਜੋ ਭਾਵੈ ਤਿਉ ਰੱਖ ਤੂੰ ਮੇਰੇ ਪਿਆਰੇ, ਸੱਚ ਨਾਨਕ ਕੇ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ। ਸਭਨਾ ਕੀ ਤੂੰ ਆਸ ਹੈ ਮੇਰੇ ਪਿਆਰੇ, ਸਭ ਤੁਝੇ ਧਿਆਵੇ ਮੇਰੇ ਸ਼ਾਹ। ਜੋ ਭਾਵੈ ਤਿਉ ਰੱਖ ਤੂੰ ਮੇਰੇ ਪਿਆਰੇ, ਸੱਚ ਨਾਨਕ ਕੇ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ, today's ਪਾਵਨ ਪਿੱਤਰ ਹੁਕਮਨਾਮਾ ਸਾਹਿਬ from Sachkhand Sri Harmandir Sahib has been blessed to us by ਧੰਨ Sri Guru Ramdas Ji Paatshah Ji ਧਨਾਸਰੀ ਰਾਗ on Ang 670. ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ, ਧਨਾਸਰੀ ਰਾਗ has been said and described by some that it's that mood that when one is connecting to these words, and within these words, when they are saying these words, there is a sense of contentment from inside, a sense of feeling full and fulfilled. And those that then hear these words from that one that is coming from a place of complete place of contentment from inside, fills us with that optimistic state of mind. And when we read these words today of Guru Ramdas Ji Paatshah, you will understand. We'll get that feel of having that yearning from inside. Guru Ramdas Ji Paatji today is saying to us, Mere Shah. Shah Sangat Ji can be translated to king, to Padshah, saying, oh my king, oh my true king, Vaheguru Ji, Main har darshan sukh hoye. Guru Arjan Dev Ji, Guru Ramdas Ji Paatji, we can look at it like this, that Guru Ramdas Ji Paatji is telling us that main har darshan sukh hoye, that when I had darshan, when I saw Vaheguru Ji, seeing Vaheguru Ji, Sangat Ji is not with these eyes. Seeing Vaheguru Ji is when you actually become one with that Vaheguru. When you realize there is nothing but that one. They're saying that's the time when I experienced sukh in my life. Sukh means that complete stillness, that sahaj inside of me, where I went beyond the noise of my mind and there was just complete and utter peace where there is no one but you. Mere Shaha main har darshan sukh hoye. So what is that saying to us? For us, that is saying that the truth is only in that place, only when we get to see Vaheguru Ji, have darshan of Vaheguru Ji, will we actually experience that sukh that we are looking for. That what we today may refer to as happiness. And then Guru Ramdas Ji Paatji kende, hamaree bedhan tu jaanataa saahaa, avar kiaa jaanai koi, saying that hamaree bedhan, my state, tu jaanataa, only you know it, Vaheguru Ji. Oh my king, Vaheguru Ji, saahaa, avar kiaa jaanai koi, avar, others, kiaa jaanai koi, what are they supposed to know? How are they meant to know my inner state? Jaane koi. Anyone else? Avar na jaane koi. There is no one else that can actually know my inside. And the truth is that somebody might be going through something similar to you, but they don't know the exact experience that you are experiencing inside. What you are truly going through and feeling, and the thoughts that you are having. You could even describe to somebody the thoughts that you're having, but then what those thoughts, how they are making you feel. Somebody might have a similar experience to you of anxiety, but that very way that you are experiencing it, only you from inside are experiencing that. So it's not actually possible for somebody to know that exact experience of what you are feeling inside. How many times have we said, how many times have we caught ourselves saying that, you know what, nobody understands me, nobody will understand, nobody knows what I'm going through. And you know what, there's some truth in that. Yes, there may be others that have got an inkling, that has gone through something similar, but that exact what you are going through. But saying that, yes, there's some truth in that. Why do I say some truth? Because it's not impossible for somebody to know exactly, but if they are at a certain avastha, but if they are at a certain place within their own self, where they just know, because it's not that they've gone through that experience, but because they were able to tap into somebody else's energy, because they are so connected, because they are so close to that inner knower, that one that we refer to as antarjami. Just like we say in Gurbani, antarjami, purkh bedate, sharda man ki pure, the one that is the inner knower. And there's those that tap into that energy and that are so close to that Vaheguru, that inner knower. They then have that knowing from inside. And we say that Vaheguru Ji sit chit, that sat chit anand, that chit meaning all knowing. That when somebody experiences that one that is all knowing, then they are able to just know. But Sangat Ji, those are very few in this world. We could go to a psychologist, we could go to a psychiatrist, we could go to anyone, we can go to a friend, but do they know exactly what's going on inside of us? So if there's those that are very few that know, and there's not much of a chance that we might actually come across one of those in our life, but there is somebody that is with us constantly, that knows. And that is Vaheguru, that is the one that is inside of us. And that's what Guru Ramdas Ji say, that hamaree bedhan tu jaanataa, that you know. And Sangat Ji, when you are experiencing something in your life, you might be going through some sort of pain inside of you. You might be suffering in some form of way. And what is this Guru Ramdas Ji Pachi saying? That they're saying that only that sukh is when you see that one. And when you're not with that one, when you're not having an experience of that one, then Sangat Ji, there's that dukh. And that dukh that you are experiencing, then that pain that you are experiencing, you yourself know what that experience is, but then there's that inside, there's that one. You know, there's that time when there's that higher consciousness within you, and when you're able to rise above and see and be able to have a clear vision of what is going on inside of you, and when you can separate yourself and you can see that there's this mind in here that is in pain, that is that all-knowing, that is Vaheguru, that higher consciousness, whatever you want to call it, that is witnessing, that is seeing everything. Sangat Ji, so when we say that nobody understands, that's actually not the full truth, because there's that one that's inside, that is the inner knower and knows everything. I say this very often. There's not many times that we go inside to ask for that help. If somebody is in that state of yearning, of wanting to see Vaheguru Ji, because knowing that when I've had those little glimpses of you, when I've had those moments of connection with you, when it felt static inside, when I went into this moment of where everything went silent, where there was no time, there was no such thing as death, there was no such thing as birth and death, where I was experiencing a akal, where I was experiencing a junni. And some of you, Sangat Ji, in your lives may have had those little glimpses, little moments. That's like when Bhagat Ravidas Ji say to us that Sagal Pavan ke Naika ek khin dars dikhaye jiyo. They're saying that ek khin, give me that glimpse of your darshan so that I can see you. And you know how beautiful that is? Because it's so beautiful. In that place there's no fear, it's nirpao. In that place it's nirvar, there is no enmity towards anyone or anything. In that moment it's just anand, it's just bliss. We may have had little moments, even if it was a little moment worth of a blink, where it was just static ananda inside. You had gone beyond time, you had gone beyond any concept of what death is. And that, when you've had that little glimpse, then when you are wanting that back now, when you are wanting to have that constantly, that state inside cannot be known by anyone else, cannot be explained to anyone else. Oh Sangat Ji, you may not have had that experience. You might not have had that glimpse at Vaheguru's door opening. But when you read the Guru's words, when you read Gurbani, it wells up this yearning inside of you. When you hear of the Guru speaking that way, of describing Vaheguru to us, it's impossible to trying to imagine having a life beyond any fears, any anxieties, having a life beyond having any form of hatred, enmity, even any negativity towards anything, anyone. We may not have experienced it yet, but when the Guru is revealing this truth and sharing this truth of Guru's own experience and wisdom with us, it gives us that yearning to be there. But that yearning, that pain of wanting to be with that one, nobody can understand but Vaheguru from inside. It might not even be that yearning for that one. It could be, Sangat Ji, that I'm in this pain of suffering. It could be that I've got anxiety. It could be that I can't control my thoughts. It could be that I've experienced trauma in my life and I keep playing that scene again and again in my head and I can't seem to get out of it. I might be suffering with some form of addiction and I can't get out of that loop, whether it be drugs, whether it be alcohol, whether it be my iPhone. And then that pain of wanting to get away from that, of wanting that, what Guru is talking about, that ananda, that bliss, that being beyond fear, being beyond these bonds of attachment, that pain inside, the truth is yes, but there's this danger here that it can become where we start becoming that victim and having that mentality, and it could become so negative. Oh, nobody understands me. And from that place, then we start looking down at everyone else. Then we start thinking that, you know what, and then we become bitter towards other people. Oh, you don't get it. And we start hating life, and we start hating towards people. We start becoming bitter towards other people. Nah, you don't get me. How many times do we do that in our lives when we say just no, now nobody gets me? And then there's that fine line where it can turn into this complete bitterness. But then there's that fine line when it can turn into that inner yearning and knowing that, you know what, hamaree bedhan tu jaanataa, that you know what I'm going through. But how many times do we actually turn inward and we say that, you know, whatever you want to call it, that higher consciousness that is inside of you, that one that we refer to as God, that inner knower. How many times do we go inside and say, you know, let's say it now, whatever it is I'm experiencing, going through, but when I go inside, I can say, hamaree bedhan tu jaanataa, you know, that avar kiaa jaanai koi, that yes, that's the truth. And I've not got this expectation for others to understand. It's okay. I accept that. Because only either through somebody's own experience can they truly understand, and we don't want somebody else to go through that pain. Yes, somebody can start becoming more, they can be more conscious around us in what to say and how to go about and behave in a certain manner, but that expectation is going to cause us that even further pain inside of thinking, no, but they should understand me. Why don't they? Why aren't they? Sangaji, going inside and truly saying, remember these words, it doesn't take long for Vaheguru to actually pick us up. The problem is it takes us a long time to go to Vaheguru. Draupadi was in the court of Dhritarashtra. She looked upon so many to save her honor from what Duryodhan was asking his brother to do, which was unveil her, which was rip her sari off, rip her clothes off her. She looked towards the king. Everyone put her head down. She looked towards her husbands. Everyone put their head down. But it is when that one moment where Guru Sahib Ji say, Jai Maat Pita, where nobody, not even your mother, your father, Jai Maat Pita, Sut, your children, Jai Maat Pita, Sut, meet your friends, Na Bhai, your siblings, Jai Maat Pita, Sut, meet Na Bhai, Man. Remember this, oh my mind, Man, uha naam tere sang sahai. But the name of God will save you. But how many times have we actually cried out to that one? Hamaree bedhan tu jaanataa, avar kiaa jaanai koi. Sangaji, today let's go inside and say that I haven't got that expectation for somebody else to understand. But I know you are seeing and hearing everything that I am going through. You know, you understand me. So I'm putting this pain before you. I'm putting this yearning before you. I know that only with you am I going to find that true peace that the whole world is actually searching and looking for. Sacha Sahib Sach Tu, that oh my master, oh Vaheguru, that one that is inside of me listening to everything that I have to say. But when I turn to you, you will pick me up. When I turn to you, because that's just the nature of how it works. I'm not questioning it, that's just how it is. Sacha Sahib Sach Tu, mere saahaa tera kiaa, Sach sab hoye, everything that you do is such is the truth, meaning that everything is based off the truth, the way you are doing things. झूठा किसको आखिया शाहा दूजा नाही कोई. Badshah, who should I call false when there is nobody else, because everything is you. Sabna vich tu vartada shaha, sabna vich tu vartada, within everyone you reside. Sab tujhe tyage din raat, everyone meditates on you day and night. Sab tuj hi thav mangde mere shaha, sab tuj hi thav mangde mere shaha, everyone asks before you. Tu sabna karhe ek daat, you are the one that gives everyone the gifts. Sabko tuj hi vich hai mere shaha, everything is within you. Everything is within you. Tujte bahar koi nahe, there is nothing outside of you. Sab ji tere tu sab sada mere shaha, sab ji tere, all your creation, all beings belong to you. Sab ji tere tu sab sada mere sa, you are everyone's Vaheguru, you belong to everyone. It doesn't matter how much of a sinner I am. It doesn't matter whether it's a saint, whether it's a sinner, it doesn't matter. I could have done so many so-called bad things. I could have committed so many crimes and sins. But it doesn't mean you're far away. Even now in this moment, no matter how much I've done, that manj kujajji, that even though I know that I'm a kujajji, that I don't get anything right. I make a mess of everything. I can't seem to please you. Manj kujajji amavan dosade. Dosade means I've got so many faults within me. Amavan ਉਹ ਤਾਂ ਸਮਾਉਂਦੇ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਮੇਰੇ ਵਿੱਚ. That they don't even fit inside of me. They're overflowing out of me. I've got so many mistakes. Manj kuchajji amavan dosade ho kyo shaho javan ja jiyo. How kyo shaho ravan jai jiyo. That how do I come to you, Vaheguru? How do I come to you? When I look around, ek chadandiyan kaun jaanai mera naam jiyo. When I look around and I see those that are so elevated spiritually, and I'm thinking that I've got no chance. But the truth is that you are within everyone, and doesn't matter how much weight I've got, the moment I turn inside and call to you, you are not far. You are forever listening. You are forever listening. You are forever listening. And in that moment you will pick me up. Sab ji tere tu sab sada. You belong to everyone. Mere shah sab tujhi maahe samaahe. Everyone will merge with you. Sabna ki tu aas hai mere pyare. Oh my beloved, everyone has the hope in you. Sab tujhe tyave mere shah. Everyone meditates on you because there is no other than you. Whoever tries to connect with that one inside, there is only one. Jo bhav hai tyo rakh tu. Look at this ardas, Sangat ji, saying that jo bhav hai, as it pleases you, Vaheguru Ji. Let's finish with this ardas. Jo bhav hai, as it pleases you, tyo rakh tu. Keep me in that way. Save me in whichever way it takes to save me from this pain. Mere pyare, oh my beloved Vaheguru Ji, Sach Nanak ke Patshah, Guru Ramdas Ji Pat Ji saying that, oh my true King, that whatever it takes within your will to save and protect me, please save and protect me. That I now look to you and only to you. I'm not trying to use my own cleverness anymore. I put my complete faith in you, Vaheguru Ji. Sangat Ji, Vaheguru Ji ka Khalsa,